Welcome back. Well, a lot of parent-teacher conferences are happening right now, so the timing is perfect for our next guest. Today, we're going to help you navigate those meetings so you can get the right information to help your child.
Judy Cohen has been through hundreds of those conferences. I thought I'd been through a lot. She's been through a lot more of them, but on the other side, a teacher for 30 years and is now an academic coach, business owner, and an author. She does it all. Now, my best tip is go to a parent-teacher conference as the parent, do all the talking. Okay. What do you think about that?
Not.
Totally kidding.
All right, let's talk about what a parent-teacher conference is. It's now in the fall and then again in the spring. And it's a meeting, and let's treat it as a meeting. Any meeting you go into, you need to be prepared. So parents, prepare yourself for these meetings.
How do you prepare?
You're so bossy
What
today.
a great question.
Isn't that a great one?
Thank you for asking
You're
me
welcome,
this.
Judy.
Parents,
We set it up and you knock it down.
I love it.
See how that works?
what a team. Parents, go in with a notebook. In that notebook, I want you to write specific questions you want to ask that
Like
teacher.
what?
Like, why did my child fail the Egyptian civilization test? Not, why is my child failing tests? But before you do that, let's have a discussion with your child. Is there something you would like me to discuss with your teacher? Specific details. I tell all my students when they write, details, 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 and examples.
Okay, I have a question for you that I think a lot of parents would want to ask, but most don't. It gets a little off your topic. We'll get right back on. But I'm not kidding. All three of my kids have said this. If I say, what do you want me to ask your teacher? What do you want to know? And not every year, but they'll say, I want to know why my teacher doesn't like me.
I love that.
I've never, what?
Yes.
My teachers loved me.
And, right. We know. We know.
Teachers are teachers first. They are not going to be your friends. They are teachers. They are authority figures. A child needs to give that respect and professionalism to their teacher. It's not that they don't like that child. They have a job to do, and it's a very important, hard
Is it
job.
an okay question or no?
Absolutely.
Is it a common question?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. And kids will come home and say, I don't like this teacher. I know she doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Look where she put me to sit. Okay, and then the parent gets a little bit angry, and then the parent walks into the conference and puts a little blame, anger. Absolutely not. Take that out of your conference behavior.
Okay.
That's something to discuss, but that wouldn't be my top question to ask the teacher.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
What
go
about
back.
older kids too? Because you know, we had a guest on yesterday that was talking about not being overly involved in your children's, you know, performance in school and this and that. And you know, there's got to be a little point where you do take your hand out of it and you know, make sure the responsibility is on the child. So how much do the parents need to know?
That's a whole nother show.
Gotcha.
Okay, that enablement creates disablement. Remember that.
Okay.
But there is a point where a parent has to step in and see what's going on.
So it is good to ask some
Absolutely.
questions
You
even
are
for the
still
older
the
kids.
parent. You still are controlling your child's future up to the point where they leave home.
Balance.
I do think, yeah, balance is a word between advocacy, where you sometimes have to do that with kid, and having self-sufficient kids. Okay, so
right, let's go
a
back.
couple specific points in the notebook. You say no general comments.
No general. Do not paint with a broad brush. Again, specifics. My child failed the last fraction test. Can I see the test? Sometimes teachers are not sending home tests, so you don't know where the child's going wrong. Ask the teacher to see the test. Better yet, email the teacher before you go into the conference and say, here's what I want to talk with you about.
Nice.
Like any business meeting, education is a business. Let's treat it with respect, professionalism, and treat it as a business. You wouldn't go into the Google CEO and walk in his office and say, hey, bud, I'm here, let's talk.
Right.
Schedule, this is an appointment. You have a very short time frame.
What is
as
the
well.
time frame that you get?
It all depends on the school and the grade level. It could be 15 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. You could see one teacher, you could see 5 teachers. Let's be aware of that time frame.
You always say, be courteous of the time, your allotted time.
Absolutely.
If you need more time to talk, don't be afraid to ask for it, but set it up at a time that's convenient for the teacher.
At the end of that meeting, if you haven't resolved the issues that you specifically came to talk about, you make an appointment there and then. However, let's be mindful, you're not going to walk in at 8 o'clock in the morning to have a conference, you're not going to come in at lunch, and you're not going to come in at 3:30 when the kids leave. You do an appointment where everyone can attend and have a great conference. So that means they may have to have an administrator there, a speech therapist, an occupational therapist, the school psychologist. Let's all sit down and talk on the same page.
We're running out of time. Is it okay?
No. Oh, yeah, you got to read these too.
Is it okay to talk about other kids in the class?
Absolutely not.
No.
Is it okay to cry, blame, or bring your younger children or pets?
Oh, huge one. No crying. Please save the crying for home.
Yeah.
No dogs, no pets. I've seen it. No dogs,
And no
pets.
small kids.
If you have a small child, please bring a babysitter with you, because it's hard for a teacher to talk about your child when that toddler's climbing up on bookcases.
What about bringing the teacher a cup of coffee, a treat, a sandwich?
Not a problem. They
Really?
love it. I think
Go
it's a
ahead.
phenomenal thing to do.
And listen, I was joking about doing all the talking. I think listening, this is your chance to learn about your child and how another adult who's educated and trained in this, how they feel your child is performing.
And
You
let
gotta,
me tell you, your child probably performs differently at school than they do at home. So please listen first before you start getting angry or condemning or blame. Leave that somewhere else.
Yeah.
Good
You'll
stuff.
have a great time.
Yeah.
It's your child. Let's make it successful.
There you go. What's your website?
www.lakesideeducationalservices.com.
And you can
Thanks,
find out
Judy.
about her book, Mikey, too,
Mikey.
dealing with kids and autism. It's
Absolutely.
a fantastic book.
Thanks,
Great
Judy.
to see you, Judy.
Good to
Thank
be
you.
here.